Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to my channel. I've been debating about having this conversation with you for a number of reasons, Um, actually, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't say anything, but it's been bugging me all day. I'm going camping with Doug and maybe John on Friday. Um, I was sleeping today, and about 12 o'clock, 12:30, my dog went ballistic. Somebody was knocking at the door, so I got up and went and answered the door, and to my surprise, it was Doug. So Doug came to get me so we can go get some firewood. Well, Doug was really pissed off. I mean, like, extremely pissed. Like, he could have blown through the ceiling with ease. I mean, I know John and Avea has been giving him a hard time. It seems that Doug's daughter Kayla is raising them to take shit from nobody. And I know I shouldn't say that, but pretty much that's what it boils down to. And every time Doug and Nita tell one of the kids, grandkids, to do something or not to do something, they run to their mother, Kayla, or they simply flat out tell their grandparents that they're going to do what they want to do, and when they come down on them, they run to their mother, and their mother lets them do whatever they want. So I personally, I don't agree with that. Personally, the way I was raised is you respect your elders, regardless of who they are, your mother, your father, your grandparents, whoever. Those people brought you into the world, and they require utmost respect. Whether you agree with them or not, they are your parents. So Doug is pretty pissed off at John, and it seems that if John doesn't straighten his act up, Doug and I are going camping Friday by ourselves. That bugged me a little bit because this whole camping trip was based upon John's birthday, me giving him the hammock tent for him to be able to go camping with us big guys. But on the other hand, I understand perfectly well where Doug is coming from. I have a grandmother, or had a grandmother. She's dead and gone now, and I'll be darned if I ever backtalked her the way John backtalked his grandparents, and his mother for that fact. I made the mistake one time when I was about 15 or I think I was 16 years old. I asked my mother when she was coming down on me pretty hard about my stereo being too loud. She told me to either turn it down or she was going to take it. Well, I had headphones on, and that wasn't good enough for her. So I asked her why she's got to act like a bitch. And I'll tell you, I have regretted that statement in more ways than once, many times in my life. My mother has done nothing bad for me. She's only tried to do what's best. She gave us everything she wanted, or everything we wanted, and everything we needed. But that day it just didn't seem enough. And I have regretted that my whole life. So I'll say firsthand, I was wrong. And I think over the years, I've apologized to my mom many times, and she always tells me to forget about it. It's in the past, but it bothers me to see John and Avea treat their grandparents with such ilk. And well, I want John to go camping, but I tell you what, if he doesn't start showing some respect, I'm gonna defend Doug, and we're not gonna take him, regardless of what Kayla says. Doug deserves respect from that boy, and John is doing things that he knows he shouldn't be doing, and then he's blaming his stepbrother or his adopted brother for those mistakes. John spray painted the driveway with yellow spray paint And when Doug asked him about where the can of spray paint was, he ran to his mother, and he came back out and said that Edward did it. That his mother said that Edward did it. Well, Doug doesn't believe that because Edward, although Edward has problems, he's never allowed out of his mother's sight or stepmother's sight. So yeah, it's a little fishy that every time something goes wrong, John and Avea blame Edward. And just like today, Doug got out his chainsaw and got a gallon of bar oil to put in his chainsaw, and the whole gallon was empty and wasn't even open. Somebody had punched a pinhole in it, and it drained all out into the backyard. Well, naturally, John says Edward did it. So I called Kayla on the phone earlier and asked to speak to John, and Kayla said that Doug started it, but again, I don't believe children can talk back to their elders regardless of what's what. You can have the take no shit attitude about your friends and other people, but you shouldn't be that way with your parents and grandparents. They love you with all their respect and with all their love, and you shouldn't disrespect your elders like that. So, well, that's off my shoulders. The way Kayla raises her son and daughter, her sons and daughter, that's her business. But yeah, I wanted John to go because I planned on taking him to Nelson Ledges across the street. That's something that when I was a boy I always wanted to do but never had the chance. I've been there several times as an adult and I still love it. And I want to take him there, but if he's going to disrespect and mistreat his grandparents, I'm not going to do that. I don't believe in talking back to parents and grandparents, and I'm not going to let John do it to his grandfather, especially in front of me. So I've seen John do it several times, and I guess he thinks that he's grown and he can say whatever he wants. Well, he's only 10 years old, and he shouldn't be talking back like that. So I'm not going to reward him. I planned on buying him and Avea smartwatches for kids so that they can do selfies and take pictures and video it's got like 8 hours of video camera on it and stuff like that. Well, I planned on doing it for this coming month, not for any specific reason, but just to do it. I wanted them to be able to tell time and you know, all that stuff that kids learn to do, and especially nowadays with the internet service or Wi-Fi, you can do video and camera photography and all that. I thought that would be good, but if they're going to treat their grandparents like that, I'm not going to reward them. I just can't do it. As much as I want to give them the watches, I'm not going to do it. So with that said, that's off my chest. And well, anyway, last night at about 11 o'clock I came upstairs to my room and started working on a blanket that I had started some time ago, and it was about halfway done, and I really like it. It's got 7 or 8 colors, I think 7 colors, and it's a very nice looking blanket. Matter of fact, I want to show it to you. This is the blanket. I used a, let me see where's my hook. believe I used an eye hook, and I went 200 stitches wide. Um, so it's a good size, like it's at least a queen. Um, I have gone all the way through all the sequence of colors multiple times. I haven't checked to see how many yet, but I've gone through um, 7 half-pound already. Um, so I think I have enough to do a border on this after this sequence here. And then I'm going to do another one. I believe I have enough yarn to make an identical one. And I'm going to gift these, I think, to my uncle and his wife. So I think I'm going to give them to him for Christmas. So yeah, they bought me Christmas presents this year, and bought my girlfriend Christmas presents. And unfortunately, I didn't know they were going to do that, and I didn't have any money to gift them anything. Not that they wanted anything, but I'm going to give them these blankets this year for Christmas, and I have a good feeling that they're going to enjoy them. So other than that, not much has been going on. Yeah, I just been kicking back and waiting for Friday. I went to dialysis on Monday, and I let them know that I won't be coming to dialysis on Friday. However, I am going on Wednesday and Thursday back to back. I wasn't going to go Thursday,